everybody. This is Meagan with Alexander Germer Productions. I'm here today with Amanda Barrett. Amanda is an incredibly talented actress. Amanda also runs her own theater company with her husband called Love Creek Productions. And we were very pleased to present Amanda with the award for contribution to theater, especially theatrical production in New York City. This is an award that we were giving out in March as part of Women's Month. Now it is July, but we just had an opportunity to actually speak to these people, get them into the studios, and we are going to be doing a more in-depth interview with Amanda later. But Amanda, basically, just tell us a little bit, what is your favorite thing about being an actress and being involved in the art scene in New York City?
My favorite would probably be the opportunity for exploration that it gives to people, women in particular. You get to try on all sorts of roles that aren't necessarily as open to you in society.
A lot of sense. So we're going to be speaking with Amanda more, and we're very pleased to have her at the studio, and thank you for watching. So check back soon. Hello everyone, this is Meagan with Alexander Germer Productions, and today we are here with Amanda Barrett. Amanda is a fantastic actress. Amanda also runs a theater company called Love Creek Productions, and today we're going to be discussing all of these wonderful contributions that Amanda makes to the arts. So I guess to begin with, Amanda, how did you initially get into acting? When did you first realize, wow, I really would love to be an actress professionally?
I was sort of born into acting. My mother's a choreographer and my father's an actor, and so I grew up in rehearsal studios and backstage, and it was just part of life and part of my family tradition. I think of that as sort of my family heritage more than anything else.
Oh, wonderful. Now, you grew up in New York, correct?
Yes, I did.
And what was it like? Did you feel that growing up in New York really helped you pave a path in the arts, which can be a really difficult industry to break into?
I think that in terms of just having more access to opportunity, then absolutely it helped. Yeah, there's more studios. There's just more going on in New York, in theater especially. In film, maybe a little less so, but in theater, certainly, there's just more opportunities to audition, more opportunities for classes. You meet more people. It's very rich in terms of opportunity in that way.
I feel the same way. I feel very blessed to live in New York, and I've given the opportunity to meet so many amazing people that are involved with the arts. So typically, what kind of roles do you really enjoy playing? Like, do you have a specific type of role that you really enjoy? Or what would be your dream role, if you could?
I have ended up sort of being in sort of the evil, violent person role a lot. I did.
It's so funny because it's so opposite your personality.
But that's what's worked out. I did a lead Fury in Furies, which is a Greek tragedy, which are, basically demons. And I've played a lot of sort of historically classic bad lady roles, which are really great and really cathartic and a lot of fun. So that's been primarily what I've done. I've had sort of a change from that recently with the last two shows.
So now you also run your own theater company with your husband called Love Creek Productions. So when did you first decide to start a theater company, and why did you choose that name, and what has it been like to just keep it afloat?
Well, it's interesting that you say that because I didn't start Love Creek. I do run Love Creek with my husband, Steve, but neither of us started it. We inherited it. It was founded by a man named Lee Wilhelm about 40 years ago. So it's been around longer than me, and longer than most of its members at this point. And he came up from Florida with a play that did very well off Broadway called Cucumbers, and it almost made it to Broadway, but then it didn't. And so he started, instead of going back to Florida where he was from, he stayed in New York and he started writing plays and producing plays, particularly for women. And that is what we focus on today with Love Creek, is in making good, strong roles for women. There are so many companies in New York that just they have so many talented, good female actresses and artists, and they just underutilize them. They'll do Shakespeare, and they'll have two women, and they won't gender bend anything. And we really focus on having like good, interesting roles for women.
You recently put on a play with Love Creek Productions that was based off of a novel from France back in the 1700s. So, can you tell us a little bit, like, why did you choose that specific play to put on, and what was most appealing about it. And then you also are friendly to original work, correct?
Oh, yes, very, yes. Our founder was a playwright, and so we are very, very friendly to new playwrights and new work. Particularly in our one-act program, we try to get as much original work up as possible.
And that's great, because one-act plays are so... It's great because anybody that's not into theater should start going to one-act play festivals, because
Yeah.
there's something for everybody in them. So it's a great way to get people involved.
Yes, yes, I agree.
And what was it like to put on the play from these, based on a novel from the 1700s? I mean, was it really difficult to try to bring that into modern times, or did you try to keep it very true to the original source material?
Well, Les Liaisons Dangereuses, it's a very interesting play. It has a lot to say about gender, in particular, and sexuality. And there are scenes that just would not work in certain ways, the way that they were originally written, or they would work, but they would say things that are sort of contrary to our original message. And I think anyone who saw Liaison would see that we did, particularly with the nudity and with the sex scenes in that particular play. We got a lot of positive feedback about how we approached it, and that we still did it as it is in the script, but while saying a sort of different thing without giving too much away.
So it's nice to have, you that's what the theater is supposed to do. It's supposed to, expand the mind. And, I, as a playwright, I have given actresses my scripts, and they have come up with better lines. Like, they've actually, just impromptu, that I've gone back and I've worked it into the script, because I thought, oh, that's really brilliant, because theater is collaborative.
It is,
and
it's
it's
very
supposed to change, and it's supposed to bend, and it's very fluid. It's a more fluid medium. So now, as far as Love Creek Productions goes, I mean, you said that you do some historical work, you do original work.
We do the whole gamut, ancient Greek to brand new.
And how do you find venues? Do you have a specific venue, or do you work with venues all around the city? I mean, how does that work?
We have relationships with some venues, like American Theater of Actors. I recommend them highly. Producers Club, I also recommend them. We work in a few places that have lots of different performance spaces, depending on your needs. But we are always looking for new spaces and to reach a new audience.
And yes, finally, what do you find most rewarding about being involved with the arts, and how do you hope that your career evolves in the future?
Oh, wow. Well, I love being an actress. I love being able to show people to the world. Your character is a person, and I think that the more theater you see and the more theater you do, the better people get at taking other people's perspectives and imagining a perspective outside of their own, which I think is more important today now than ever. People need to be able to empathize with each other. And I think that theater is the quickest road to that, honestly. I hope that as my career evolves, I can do more directing. I've done a lot more directing since we took over Love Creek, and I hope to become better and more skilled in that.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and congratulations on your award. And I really look forward to working with you more in the future and hearing more about the wonderful things that you do.
Thank you, Megan.
So thank you for watching.